Coach, 43-0, how happy are you with today's performance?
Yeah, no, I'm very happy with how we performed. You know, I don't think it surprised me. I mean, I see this or glimpses of it at least every day in the practice room, but to get the team to really let themselves wrestle and let themselves open up and perform, and that's what you're always trying to do. And tonight they just seem to let themselves really, enjoy the moment and go. And so it's you got to enjoy it. You got to enjoy it times like that.
How's the self-confidence going into the heart of the conference coming up?
Yeah, no, we've talked about building momentum. We want to build momentum as we head into this second half of the year and start in the new year. And this is a good way to start it out. And but we got a tough stretch coming up with Iowa State next week, and we're going to need every bit of focus and hustle and effort that we had in the match tonight. There's going to be some great matches next week. So we just don't get too high on the highs. We want to enjoy the moment, but don't get too high on it, and just get refocused and get ready to go again.
Josh has wrestled a lot in a short amount of time. It's our first chance to see him here in the Save Mart Center. What have you seen from him so far?
Yeah, it's funny because we talked about when he got back. We wanted to make sure he has his match count to get enough matches to get a spot for the conference for the NCAA, and last year he didn't have enough matches, and I think he hit the match mark tonight. So after 2.5 weeks, so I think he's definitely in a way better spot than he was last year at this time. He's got 15 matches under his belt, and he's came in I think a little more ready, and I think a lot of it was the mental focus that he had coming in. I think last year we expected him to come in here and throw guys around, and he realized it's not at this level. You don't do that, and I think he was a little bit more prepared mentally for it.
How difficult and impressive is this transition for a second?
Yeah, it's incredible. But he's a competitor. He's a competitor, and I think he had his sights set on it last year at the Big 12s. That he was going to come back in here and give it another shot, and you can definitely see that he's been pretty focused on getting the job done.
Josh, how comfortable are you feeling out there so far?
I would say comfortable. I mean, just looking about last year, coming in here so fast, I felt like what Coach was saying, I was going to come in here, just throw people around. The mental side of it, I feel like I'm on a whole nother level. So I'm just going to keep building off of it.
Can you break down the weight transition? You mentioned you had to lose a lot fast last year. Well, what was the timeline this year?
Yeah, that was just one of the things that I learned off of last year. I managed it a lot better this football season. I was already kind of, training, working out a lot, watching what I eat, and, the weight just falls off from there.
Numbers-wise, can you elaborate on how much you had to drop from the bowl game?
I mean, the bowl game, I was still about, 214. 212. I was still, kind of heavy. And then as soon as the bowl game was over, I just, went at it. I just, flipped the switch. And, I started training for wrestling, and the weight just comes off from there.
How has it been handling so many matches in such a short amount of time coming right out of football?
I mean, it's tough, but you got to love it. It's on a, wrestling's on a whole nother level mentally. And if you don't love the fight, you shouldn't be wrestling in the first place. But, that was the, difference from last year. I thought I was going to come up in here and, like Coach said, toss people around. And, I just was way more mentally prepared this year.
And just how did it feel tonight to be in the Save Mart Center in front of the Red Wave?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I missed it. You get it, a little glimpse of it in football. And, just come out here and they're still supporting you. It's great.
Josh, what does that clean sweep mean to you and the guys?
Clean what?
43-0. What does that clean sweep all 10-0 guys?
I mean, it shows, all the hard work that's, the wrestlers are putting in. A lot of people don't see it. But, man, these wrestling practices are brutal. It's a little bit different than football. I mean, football, you get a lot of glory, and you know, not to take anything away from, you know, the football players or their workouts, but wrestling, man, come in the wrestling room and you see these workouts, it's crazy, you know, and to get that 43-0, you know, is well deserved.
Appreciate it, guys.
Good.